Good morning, guys. Today we are going to go over Dominaria. The original Dominaria, not the Dominaria Remastered, but not quite the old border Dominaria. Because everything that happened kind of in the old planes before Planeswalkers was all on Dominaria. So I guess this is a set that brings us a lot of legends and tells us a lot of stories. We will start with our top 5 today, which are the most expensive card in this set is Mox Amber, in regular at $35. Then we have Teferi, Hero of Dominaria at $25, Karn at $8, Helm of the Host at $7, and Cabal Stronghold around $6. This is a set before collector boosters, so foil cards did hold a premium, as I try and do for most of my sets. I like to have one booster pack. This is what they look like if you weren't playing at the time. There was a couple different arts, and you would get the player's guide, which I miss so much. I say it a lot. I love these things. They used to be included in all the bundles. They tell you about what's going on in the set and the story, introducing the new mechanics, like in this case it was sagas, which it tells you about the important characters, same thing, before eventually taking you to going over the sets. I really missed this product. It was a lot of fun, and yep. So let's get going. Here right away, actually, we see Karn in its foil form, which is one of the most expensive foils, but not in our top 4. It's our 5th most expensive foil in the set. It's at $17, and there you go. The foiling is quite decent. It doesn't pringle as much as modern cards, so I guess these Pioneer era foils were quite good. Every pack that you opened in Dominaria, you would have a legend, like Danitha, for example, and they all brought us a lot of souvenirs. This is a Saga card. This is the first time Sagas were introduced to the game. They were apparently engineered by Richard Garfield, who came back to the game to do something, to have something to do with it. I guess this was on par with the 25-year anniversary of Magic, something like that. Here we have Lyra Dawnbringer, which is our 3rd most expensive foil at around $22. You are not alone. You never were. These beautiful angels. I really enjoyed opening the set because you had, I love Legends, I love Planeswalkers, so this one and War of the Spark were really fun and special for me because you could get all these fun little treatments. I think this is also at that time when they did the border change. So you can see the border is a bit different than than a non-foil. This was not common at the time. I think this was introduced with Dominaria. Urza's Ruinous Blast. How many of you watching were around at this time? Did you play? Are you aware with the lore, which in this case was around returning to Dominaria and Liliana Vest defeating the last demon in order for her to get, I guess, complete freedom. But it turned out that she was then bound to Nicol Bolas and had to be his servant or die. This is one of those pretty FNM promos for Opt. Very played card. Yeah, this card I don't think ever went really far, but the art is just absolutely stunning. Noah Bradley. I'm going to just bring it even closer. You can see kind of like a rift through time and Karn right in the middle is really fun. I enjoyed actually playing Standard at this time. There were a lot of different decks from, I remember Tempest Djinn being played. In counters, oh, this is a Zahid, yes, all right, this is another draft weekend promo. It's not worth much. A lot of these are like, you know, in the 20 to 50 cent range. But they're pretty and they add to the set. Cast Down was heavily played. It's an easy kill creature for 2. Demon Lord Bends and Lock. I'm seeing that I had a lot of pre-release stamped foils, which means that I either opened them or played with them. So for me, it's very fun going over it. Yeah, Alicia's Mastery. You can't lose the game. Oh my God, there was so many. This isn't even that long ago. This is in 2018. You know, were you all playing? To me, I'm seeing a lot of throwbacks with just all the last names. Sorry, for example, like every time I see Sengir, I just think of the first Baron Sengir, Josu Ves, obviously related to Liliana Ves. We had Tetsuo Umezawa, Torgar, Famine Incarnate. I don't know anything about Torgar, other than he's a legendary creature avatar. And it's really beautiful art. Here we have one of our mythic, if not our only, no, it's not our only, because we have the Knight mythic, which is also a saga. Phyrexian Scriptures. This was still fighting against, I guess, the Phyrexian agents on the land of Dominaria. This is our first appearance of Yargle, our first Yargle card. Yargle, Glutton of Urborg, where we see for 5 a 9/3 vanilla creature. Still big and scary. If you can find a way to get that through, it's really cool. What decks were you playing at this time? What colors were you on mostly? I believe, I wish I remembered. I change my decks very often, so it's not easiest for me to remember everything I played with. Goblin Chain Whirler, I would see it every time I played against a mono red deck, either at my LGS or on Arena. Jaya Ballard, iconic, beautiful planeswalker, important character in the lore, but not a good card. Never took off anywhere, really. And some of these actually hold a premium. Like there's some uncommons. One that I actually went over, I saw, forgive me real quick. Here, Final Parting. Right here, which is the most expensive foil uncommon in the set. It's at around $22. So expensive for an uncommon, and a good premium for foils. This is how it was before collector boosters. Getting them was special, and it was great. It was an achievement to get pull a nice mythic foil or whatever. Varix Bladewing, I'm assuming related to Rorix Bladewing, whom we saw not too long ago in Onslaught. So yeah, it's really cool. To me, this again takes me to throwbacks and going over some really fun cards and dynamics. So I'm just scrolling nice and easy. This is the beautiful open house promo for Llanowar Elf. Is this the most played green card? I wonder, because it's an auto include in any elf deck, and and it's been you know, very popular throughout Magic's history. I've also seen Marwyn and some elf decks to keep putting some ramp. Not that common anymore. I'd love to know, what formats do you guys play the most? Is it Standard, Multani? Is it Pioneer? Is it Commander? Do you just play on Arena? Do you like to draft? Do you play Legacy or Vintage? Song of Freyalise is gorgeous. Oh, I'm happy that I have a lot of these promos that I can show you. What am I missing? Oh. Guys, thanks to you, I realize that I'm making mistakes on almost every one of my sets. Here, I see that I'm missing the regular Steel Leaf Champion foil, which I will order right away. It's probably $2 or $3, but yep. This is me not being very clear, or I guess astute in my set collection. Joda, a beautiful commander, multicolored. And a lot of really important characters. I was so happy to see Daragaz come back. Muldrotha, this is her first appearance. Beautiful, beautiful art. Great card. I love everything about this, to be honest. Oath of Teferi is only, I think, special to me because I played this card in a Super Friends deck. It was with Planeswalkers galore. A lot of fun for me. This is Tatyova, the Benthic Druid, which is also quite an expensive uncommon. Yavimaya is one being, one vastness of rippling leaves, one deepness of fruits, and one shatter of animals, of which I am one part. Here, of course, we have our beautiful Teferi, Hero of Dominaria in foil, which is the second most expensive foil at $45. I guess I also need to purchase a Shana in its regular foil. I was very happy to see Gilded Lotus. Damping Sphere was also an expensive uncommon. Helm of the Host is also at $17. It's beautiful art. We went over it in our top 5, but we'll glance over it quickly again. And here, for the most expensive card of the set, a beautiful Mox Amber, which was reprinted in the Brothers' War as one of those artifacts. And beautiful art, it's great, it's iconic, it was very expensive, and it's still quite expensive. The foil version is at $60, and as you heard before, the non-foil around 35 bucks. So it's still an expensive card. And now we go into these beautiful lands, and of course the Weatherlight. I love seeing it. I know these are new cards, these aren't that old, but it's still always a throwback or a big welcome to Magic. I feel like this is a good set this was a good set to bring people to the gaming table, and it was all, I would say, in general, a pretty good time for Magic the Gathering. Okay, I have Zalfrin Void, and I have a promo, but in French. This is a League promo. All right, I know what I gotta do now, my friends. I'm going to go and order those 2 cards that I'm missing, which are the Green Elf and Shana. I need to go turn back again and write down the name. I'll do that when I wrap up the video. Ooh, in a matter of small controversy, Firesong and Sunspeaker was the very first buy box. It was the first time, they had a buy box that was not included in the set. So there was a lot of speculation on it. It went from $20 to $40, and now all the way down to probably 50 cents. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed going over Dominaria with me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for sticking around with me, guys.